We talked about 3 ways to reduce the maintenance cost. So if you have this discussion, which you will at some point in your career if you haven't had it 100 times already, we need to reduce maintenance costs. Have this discussion. How do we do this? What happens in most places is it was X this year, last year, this year is X minus 5%. Why do we do that? Well, this year we have this big rebuild of our boilers. Well, I don't care. It's going to go down 5%. That's not really a healthy way to do business, is it? Because maintenance costs may go up one year because you have a lot of maintenance works. Because maintenance is not annual. Some jobs happens every 5 years. Some jobs happens every 10 years. So we need to look at our maintenance budgets. So what we're talking about here is we can cut the cost. If you want to, we can just cut the cost. You can hire a monkey to do that. You don't need a maintenance manager. You can hire my 6-year-old son, and he can cut your maintenance cost. It's just a strike a line, you 4, gone. I can do that. That's easy. Anyone can do that. Not fun, but it can be done, right? So, and you can use defer maintenance to say, okay, people gone, we're not going to do the maintenance. And of course, 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, it's going to be more expensive to do a maintenance job later than earlier. Do you agree with that? 99% of the time. You have some painting and things like that where you have to do it at the right time. But if you talk about that, a valid maintenance job, that's why it's so important with our priorities. A valid maintenance job, and this I think is a very good point talking to upper management, a valid maintenance job can never be avoided. Right? You can never get away from it. If you have a job, if you have a repair, you have 2 options. You can just let it go and not use the piece of equipment. Then it wouldn't be a valid maintenance job because you don't need that piece of equipment, so why do we have it anyways? But if you have a valid maintenance job, you can't avoid it. And you can almost guarantee them to 100% it's going to be cheaper to do it now than to wait and hope we can do it next quarter, just so this quarter looks good. Now you're adding the risk of it breaking down, which is going to cost us money, right? So that's a simple logic that we may not have thought about, but it has to be said. We can reduce the need for maintenance through maintenance prevention, correct? So we can do our lubrication, our alignment, we can buy the right equipment, we can have our operating practices correct, we can clean our equipment, we can install our equipment correctly. That way we can long-term reduce the need for maintenance by good preventive maintenance. The remaining maintenance that we have left, we can execute the remaining maintenance more efficiently. So how do we execute whatever maintenance we have more efficiently? We inspect, we prioritize, which we're going to talk about. We plan it, we schedule it, we do the work, we analyze it, and we can improve. So these are basically, if you want to start with your best practice in maintenance and looking at the results, you can start with these things. How can we get this? We don't want you to cut the cost. Number 1, it's not a good option. We know that because I'm preaching to the choir here. You guys know that. But number 2 and 3, we definitely want to do. So how do we do that in our organization?